Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the third race of CityLiga Season 24. Today we are in West Hill National Reverse, WE1R, with the XRG. And today we got a 50-minute qualifying and a 36 lap long race. That's time-wise a little bit shorter than last race. And also again in this race we have a mandatory pit stop of 5 seconds. Which the driver can do whenever they want to. And as we watch a couple of the test starts in the background, we can take a look at the current driver standing. We see here Troy in the lead with the 2 victories in the first 2 races. Then followed by Pete and Botsi, who both were 2nd and 4th, if I remember correctly. Then Kovac, Spencer, and Simon and Shooty also already had a 3rd place. And you're going to see the rest of the Grid 1 standings there. Yeah, today's track is... well, it's 4.4 kilometer, but the car isn't that fast on this track, so we have lap times around 2 minutes here. And also it's... well, it's not that hard to drive around this combo, but it's hard to get fast on this because you have such little power in those cars that you have to squeeze out every little bit of them to get a good time. So every noise your tire make, every slide you make, it's wasted power and it's bad for your lap times. So you really have to perfect your line on this to get a good lap and to be competitive here. And we're going to see if or who put a lot of practice into this. I heard that Pete practiced a lot on this, but had to pause his practice over the weekend. So let's see how he can perform. I think Troy won the test race yesterday, so he's a good pick for the victory. Maybe he's going to do the hat trick for the season with his 3rd victory. And there are also a couple of other good drivers, especially I think I saw Simon with a very good time in the test qualifying. Yeah, we're going to see it. Let's see, how many drivers are we today? It seems like we have 21 plus 2 another, so it looks like we're 23. Maybe someone will join still. Also, this is the 3rd race. This means after this race we will see the first promotion and relegation. And for Grid 1 this means that the bottom 6 drivers will be relegated in Grid 2, but it only counts the 2 best out of 3, 2 out of 3 best results for the first 3 races in this. So the driver standings you see right now are the standings for also the promotion relegation as it was now, because they don't have the points for the 3rd race yet. It looks like AA Miki is probably going to be relegated because he has 0 points right now, and even with a victory today it's getting hard to get out of this position there. But we will see after the race, and I'll probably show you the results of the promotion and relegation the next time around. Alright. Let's have a look at the winning test starts. Looks like we have 4 minutes until the qualifying. We can take a look at some of the paint jobs of the cars to recognize them. So we have Troy in his green, pink or green, purple flippers XRG. We have Spencer and Pete in the usually orange, red, white and grey TCR skin. Let's see, Shooty is also one of the faster drivers. We see him in his Heroes of Racing skin with the Erdinger sponsoring. What's also one of the faster ones. Let's see how much paint he is driving. Looks like he's just driving in blue, yeah. He's just driving a blue XRG, so nothing special there. Let's see, Oliver Feist. He has a very colorful paint job there. Maybe we can get a better look after the start to see what's on it. Like a what the fuck painting. Don't know what or whose face it is that's on there. Adam seems to drive the Rallyard skin, even with a little bit of fake dirt on it. Asko's driving a similar skin but with another number. The number 5. We have Norbert M. He's driving a grey XRG with his little icon there on the door. Don't know what it is exactly. Let's have a look. I can't recognize it. Extreme racing guys driving around with their mostly black skins. Looks like they're driving fake Opels. With Blackie and Matti. Matti in yellow and Blackie in green. And Asko's going purple. Dark purple. Similar to the skin he drove the last time with the XRT. Alright, seems that we're close to the qualifying. Yeah, today we got 50-minute qualifying with the specialty of forbidden shift P, so the drivers can join the qualifying once, but once they're joined, they are not allowed to shift P or S until the qualifying is over. If they do so they can do it, it's not strictly forbidden, but if they do so, their qualifying is over. Now let's see. Looks like we're going to see a lot of traffic there at the beginning. And I have to reactivate my TV director. Here we go. So it seems like Pete is in the lead there in this little group, followed by Sam. And then Spencer. And then we see Troy. I will let the autocam take over for this in-lap. Maybe I'm going to raise the engine volume a little bit so you can hear the cars a little bit better. Have a look. Let's put this up to 8. Oops, I have a first crash in the in-lap. It's Troy who got spun by Nick, I think. Yes, there it is. Hopefully he didn't get any damage from this. So already quite some action in the outlap of the qualifying. Don't know exactly what happened there. I think it was Nick because he was the closest to Troy there from behind. And now they should leave a little bit more room, I think. We got Pete. Then maybe 1 second behind Sam, going into their first lap. Then Spencer and Nick, a little bit closer together. And Oliver in his rainbow car. It seems like every driver is now on the track, so no one's remained spectator or pit. Everyone is on the track. And looks like everyone have at least half a second gap around him. But the whole second half of the track is empty right now, so could have spread out a little bit further. But I guess everyone wants to take, let's see, 14 to 7 timed laps. 8 laps in total if you subtract the yard lap. Simon seems to be the last one on the fast lap. Oh. Pete is close to finishing his first qualifying lap. See if all his practice paid out. Crossing the finish line with a 2 minute 3:37. We already saw high to mid 2s there, but he's still in the lead. Now Troy takes over the lead with a 3.21. Botsy with a new personal best. Don't know if he practiced a lot offline. Now Mike took over the lead with the first 2 minute 2 seconds lap, the 2 minute 2 seconds and 7.6, so quite a competitive time there. He started his the first race of the season but didn't finish it and didn't participate in the last round, so that's why he still have 0 points in the standings. Alright, after the first lap, top 10 looks like this. Mike, Troy, Pete, Botsy, Spencer, Kovac, Mikey, Sam, Marty and Oliver. And Marty and Oliver set the same time at 4.15, but Marty was earlier. Got 9 minutes to go in this qualifying. And everyone set at least a quite competitive lap except of Shooty, who probably aborted this lap. He got a 2 minutes 13. He's, in my opinion, one of the candidates to get into top 5. Let's see how he can improve. A little bit of movement there in the top 10. Adam with a new personal best, as well as Marty. Now Pete also set the time below 2 minutes 3 with a 2 minutes 2 seconds and 84. So only 1200ths of a second behind Mike. Troy didn't improve. Oops, there's a little bit of honking there. Maybe some blocking. At least blocking. I don't know if Shuti didn't practice because his next lap, I don't know if he was interrupted again, his next lap was at 2 minutes and 7 seconds, so he's still in the last place. Alright, right now Mickey in the lead, followed by Pete and Troy, then on 4th Sam, Marty who improved to 5th, Adam improved to 6th, then Botsy on 7, Asko on 8, Nick on 9 and Mikey on 10. Top 10 now within 1 second. Position 1 to 12 and within 1 second. Alright, Oliver with the first victory this evening. He gets best skin awarded by Danny Cause in the chat. Can we see a couple of pit stops, probably refueling. A lot of the TC guys. Of course the fuel doesn't matter too much in this car. Oh no, they're not. It seems like they're not refueling, but changing tires. So they seem to have a dedicated qualifying set who uses the tire a little bit more, and now they had to change. Troy improved to 2 minutes 3.05, but still in 3rd. 4th now Sam, followed by Extreme Racing Marty and Shuti, who improved to position 6th there. Then Adam, Botsy, Mikey and Asko. And we see another personal best by Ascona B. This PB gets him position 13 for right now. Now we have position 1 to 14 within 1 second, which is quite close regarding the long lap time here of over 2 minutes. And now we got 5 minutes left in the qualifying. Okay, looks like Pete, Nick, Spencer, Sam and Asko had a pit stop in this qualifying. And now they're within the traffic, as we see here. And now Troy made a pit stop. As well as Oliver. Oh no, Oliver with a new PB. Going up to 10th position, only 1/100th of a second behind Mikey. 3.52. Now Mikey with the pit stop. Also replacing his tires. And as well as Elmo. And another PB by Botsy. He's now on position 7 with a 3.38, only 1/100th of a second behind Shuti, so quite close there. Oh, a little bit of action there going on the back straight towards the bridge. Twice lifting there. Well, this point here, after the backstart, is probably one of the best opportunities to get an attack. Maybe also turn 1, but turn 1 is a little bit difficult because it's like a reverse parabolica. It closes up towards the end, so you can go in very wide. So you have to leave the inside open. And this will cause a little bit of problems if you try to defend. But yeah, these are probably the main two overtaking points. Turn 1, or turn 1 and 2, because there are 2 combined turns. And then the next turn after the back straight under the bridge. Another PB by Adam there, improving to 3.25, which gives him position 5. He's now past Mati. The whole field is now within 2 seconds. We're quite close together for this long lap. Now Shooty improves to position 4 with a 3.13. And another PB by Askonavi, or Asko. He's now in position 8, right behind his teammate Mati, with a 3.31. Let's see, we got 30 seconds on the clock. There are a couple of drivers who may get in another lap. Maybe Blackie. And Blackie seems to be the last one who could get in a last lap. Now 10 seconds to go, and he's at the beginning of the start-finish straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, no, he didn't make it. So, last one who can set time is Mati, his teammate. Now I see a PB by Blackie, which brings him up to position 17. Let's see. Here comes Norbert M with his final lap. Didn't improve. And Pete, who also didn't improve, but still in second. We have Shooty probably practicing a pit stop. Comes Troy, can he improve? Ah, no improvement of him. Was Elmo? Didn't improve with SD? Yeah. Here comes Simon. No improvement for Simon. And then we have Marty, who's the last one on the fast lap. After he is finished, we take a look at the final qualifying results. And he finishes lap. Can't improve, but now let's take a look at the result. There we go. We have Mickey in pole, followed by Pete, 0.08 of a second behind. Then Troy, Shooty, Sam, and Adam. Marty and Asko, good result for the Extreme Racing guys there. Spencer on 9 and Botsy finishing the top 10. Then Mikey on the 11th. Followed by Oliver, Asko, and Nick. Then we have Kovac, who probably thought he could qualify better, but he's the last one who's within 1 second to the pole time. And there we see the rest of the field. So the whole field, as I already mentioned, within 2 seconds, which is quite good on this long track, at least long for this course. 2-minute lap times, 2 seconds, that's like 2%, a little bit under 2%. Let's see how the race evolves. Yeah, also we have in the race we also have this time the tactical component of a mandatory pit stop. This time only 5 seconds, and altogether with pit entry and exit takes around 23 seconds for the whole procedure. And let's see if one of there's again drivers who try to get this pit stop done as early as possible. The earliest possible stop here, of course, on lap 1. Although I already tried to get like a pit stop done in lap 0, if you would call it so. Because if you have enough driver on the grid, you can start right back at the start-finish straight and could go right to the right into the pit entry. But I don't remember correctly if this would count as a pit stop or not. Let's hope, or I don't think that there are any drivers who are going to try this. Alright, so Mickey in pole. If he got a good result in this race, he could stay in grid 1, but that depends on the other drivers. So he's probably driving for his position in grid 1 to stay in grid 1. Then we have Pete in second and Troy in third. Troy in a good position to maybe get the hat trick, his third victory in a row. But Pete will probably try to avoid or to get a victory, and this time he put a lot of practice into this race. Then we have on fourth Shooty. Always a good candidate if he have luck and didn't get punted away by other drivers. Always a good driver who is the top 3, maybe even the victory here. Then we have TC Sam with a strong qualifying, probably also a strong race. Then Adam, as usually, with a good qualifying result, but he always had the issue that he falls quite far back in the race, or at least he did in the first 2 races. So let's see if he had at least this time a good race. Closely followed by Marty and Asko. Another good top 10 result for those 2 extreme racing drivers. Then we have our gamepad driver Spencer on 9th. And Botsy in finishing up the top 10. But he's one of the drivers who could get better in the race. Let's see if he can improve his position. This time he's the furthest back of all his teammates, the BAT drivers. Then on 11, Mikey, Oliver, then Asko and Nick. Nick with a strong result in the last race. This time not so good, but let's see how he fights through the midfield there. Then Kovac, as I already said, probably with a disappointing result, only position 15, 1 second behind, a little bit under 1 second behind the pole time. Then J.A. Katila, then the third extreme racing driver, Blackie. Norbert M. Mandula, someone on position 20. Then Simon and Elmo, and on position 23, Absolute Beginners Racing, Danielle. Alright, let's have a look. We're going to see the lag lap, so the first test start. Let's see how this goes down. And here we go. Into turn 1, and we already see Shooty again punted around. He seems like he attracts the bad luck as no one else. Let's hope this only happened because of lag lap. But it seems like everyone got through the first turn nicely. And as you can see, they're still very close together going for the back straight, so also the second turn or third turn, if you like to, is pretty important here. Pete got the outside, but Mickey defended on the inside. And now a very difficult turn here, the hairpin into the infield. Very tricky. And this was the lag lap. Now for the restart. I'm sorry you can't see the light, so I'm sorry for that. Next time I try to position the camera a little bit better, but let's see. I can't see the lights either, so we have to speculate now. Looks like they're going to start soon. And here they go. The start for the third race of CityLiga 24. Good start by Mickey. Staying in front. First 3 cars in a line. Also shooting there. And now into turn 1. Looks alright so far. But a little bit of bumping there. Oh, Attila, with bad luck, got turned at the exit. But hopefully no damage. Pete now right behind Mickey. Is he going for an attack into turn 2? Mickey defending on the inside. Pete's going for the outside. Try behind, waiting patiently. But as already seen in the lag lap, Mickey defends his position. And oh, Pete with a good exit there, right at the bumper of Mickey. But now he lost a little bit, and now Troy is right behind him. But this is no good part of the track to get an attack going. You can only force an attack here, or a pass. Now they're exiting the infield. So far this field stayed close together. Except of Catilla, who had this unlucky starting incident. And here they go, finishing their first lap. Mickey is still in the lead, followed by Pete and Troy. Then we have Sam, who got past Shooty in the first lap. Followed by Adam and Matti. Then already Spence and Botsy. Asko seemed to fall back a little bit. He's now in position 10. Right behind Botsy. I hear a little bit of rubbing again on the back of the field. Kovac already on position 12. This time with the green skin. Attacking Asko there into the second turn. And gets position, or defense position 12. Or does he? Oh, seems like not. A little bit of rubbing there. Now back into the infield. Mickey already with quite a gap, probably around 1 second, maybe even more. And it seems like Sam can close up to Troy, so they stay close together here. Then with Adam, followed by Marty. Behind them, Spencer and Shooty are fighting. Oh, seems like Shooty fell back even further. Didn't saw that, so maybe he had a problem. Maybe he lost like another 3 position. He was behind Sam there, second last lap, and now he's on position 8. So he lost 4 positions. Mickey now with a 1.5 second gap in the lead. Spencer. Oh, there's Adam in the grass. And now he's next to Spencer. Oh, this could be interesting. Nick with the first pit stop, if I see correctly, yeah. Nick in the pits, doing nothing but standing there. So he's going for the counter strategy to go for early pit stop. Spence now on the outside of Adam, going under the bridge into second turn. Adam with a little bit of a drift there, so Spencer may be taking an attack into this hairpin here. He goes for the inside. And also Shooty tries to use the gap on the inside, pushing Adam a little bit. And nearly pushing off, and this costs Shooty another position. Now Botsy's past him, and now Botsy's tagging Adam. Going for the inside in this fast right-hander. Now the slower turns of the infield. It seems like Adam can stay in front of Botsy for now. But again, really unlucky start of the race for Shooty. He fell now back to 9th. He started on 4th, so lost 5 positions. And Botsy, as I said, developing in the race, going up the field, now already on 8. Gained 2 positions from the start. And now he's all over Adam. But now Adam pulled a little bit of a gap there. And we have to take a look at Asko, who... At first I thought he going for the out of the draft of Shooty, but Shooty's going for the pit stop. So he's also going for the early pit stop. As well as Botsy. Botsy also went for the early pit stop, didn't notice that. Already done his pit stop. And who's the third guy? It's Katila, after his bad start. We have a little freeway fight between Asko, Mikey and Kovac. Oh, going to see freeway. No, Kovac stays back, and also Mikey didn't go for the attack, but Asko went wide, and so Mikey and Kovac passed him, and Kovac now with a surprise attack into the hairpin? No. Only with a little bit of love tap there on the back. That stays behind Mikey. But already with a signal. Look, Mikey, I want to pass you. Don't hold me off. It seems like Sam lost a little bit of contact to Troy on position 4. And Troy is now really pushing Pete in front of him. Really raising the pressure. And the gap between Pete and Mikey in the lead is still around 1.5 seconds, so didn't open too much this gap. And now Oliver also goes for quite an early stop in lap 4 or 3. No, it's lap 3 for him. Here we see the attack by Blackie against Asko into turn 1. Blackie on the inside. And he goes past. This is for position 11 right now. And another love bump by Kovac against Mikey. They have a little bit of history out of the last race. There was a protest from Mikey against Kovac, where Kovac pushed Mikey on the outside line on the Blackwood uphill chicane before the second split and forced Mikey over the sausage curb there, and the race commission decided that Kovac made a mistake there, and we see a cruiser jet by Nick, so he's getting his first warning. Yeah, and the race commission decided that Kovac was faulty in this racing incident, so he got the penalty, time penalty, and lost like I think 3 to 5 positions. Didn't remember correctly. So there's a little bit of history there between those two guys, and all those fighting led to Blackie closing up. Right. So correctly, yeah. Seems like Pete's closing up to Mickey again a little bit. The gap is closed a little bit now, around 0.7 seconds. Now Mikey on the inside defending into turn 1. Kovac goes wide. Can he hold the line on the outside? He can. Mikey holds the inline. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there. And Kovac goes round the outside in turn 1, gaining position 9. But he's right in the draft of Kovac. Mikey's right in the draft of Kovac. Kovac now with the defensive line. A little bit of honking there to signal, hey, I'm there. And Mikey gets back his position again on the outside. So back and forth between between those two guys. And Blackie's waiting patiently behind them, hoping for a mistake, probably. In the meantime, Asko also did a pit stop. Mikey with a little bit of a drift there, losing a lot of momentum, but there's not much space for Kovac to pass him, so you have to wait behind him. Wait for a good opportunity now on the start-finish straight. We see the gap between Mikey, Pete and Troy is like half seconds each. Sam, 2 seconds or nearly 3 seconds back there. Let's see if Kovac goes for the attack again. He's still in the draft, goes for the inside. Mikey opens the gap. Is he going? Mikey's maybe going for the switchback. This time it's Kovac who's on the inside. Mikey with a little bit of drift there on the exit. Can he go for the same counter attack as he did the last lap? Let's see. Kovac again on the inside, but this time he stays in front. Now again on the inside for the left-hander hairpin into the infield. Oh, Mikey gets a little bit pushed there by Blackie, and Kovac wisely opened the gap to not get crashed there. And for now, Kovac stays in front, but Still closely, very closely followed by Mikey. And now they're stretched apart a little bit, so it gives us maybe a little bit of time to take a look at the standings at the front. Oh, seems like Mikey is going for a pit stop. So he's going also for a semi-early pit stop. Let's see where he can leave the pit road. I don't think this was a wise decision by him, because now he's stuck right in the middle of the traffic. Yeah, see all the cars going by? Yeah, now he's stuck right in the traffic. Even got behind Elmo and Simon, who maybe, don't know, who maybe we're going to help Pete there a little bit by don't letting Mickey pass too fast. So now we got Pete in the lead, followed by Troy. They're both very close together. Then we got Sam and Marty, who also are quite close together, fighting for position 3 right now. Then with a little bit of a gap, Spencer and then Asko and Adam, who are a little bit closer together. And then our fighting group from before, Kovac, who opened quite a gap to Mikey. And now Mikey may have to defend against Plucky here. Alright. So let's see how Mickey is doing in the traffic. Yeah, he's right behind Simon and Elmo there. Yeah, he has to get really good and clean overtakings, which I don't think is going to happen. He probably lose some time there fighting through the traffic. So not the wisest decision, if I say so. No, yeah, at first he got past Simon, which was a quite clean overtaking. Now he's behind Elmo. Is Elmo going to defend against him? Ah, not now. So they're playing fair. No tactical blocking or defending there. But he tries to hold the outside line, a little bit of contact there. But can he go for a counter attack? I don't think so. No, he stays behind Mika. From Mickey to Mikey, who opened the gap to Blacky a little bit, so not too much danger from behind now. There we have a close fighting group between Norbert M and someone. Going very close together out of the infield part. And let's have a look. It looks like Sam and Marty are really close together. See an attack? It seems like Marty is in the draft there. Sam successfully holds the inside line for turn 1, but Marty had a lot of momentum there. And Sam goes back, sweeps back behind Sam, behind Matti, and stays behind. So maybe maybe he realized that Matti is faster right now, so there's no point in defending against him. So Matti now on position 3 in front of Sam. Here we see a duel between Shooty and Botzi, which we already saw in the first couple of laps. Both done their pit stop in lap 2, if I remember correctly, lap 2 or 3, so they already done their pit stops. And now Shooty passed Botzi, if I remember correctly. I think Botzi was in front of him. Let's see, a stop costs around 23 seconds, so virtually they're around position 5 and 6, so it's Spencer or Askell. But they're now getting also in the trouble that Mickey already have, so they're closing up to the traffic in front of them. And we still got 27 laps to go. Let's see. Seems like the fighting group between Norbert M and someone closed up to Mandula. So maybe seeing a nice freeway fight there. Or we may see another counterattack by Sam, because Sam is also again close to Matti on the start-finish straight. But it don't look like Sam is in the draft. No, I don't think Sam can start an attack. So let's have a look at Norbert M again. He's aggressively going for the outside line, trying to break the draft. I don't think someone was in, and also now Mickey is coming up behind them. This could be a problem for Mickey, because getting past two fighting drivers, which are on the same lap, it's not too easy, and you can get in some trouble there, maybe if they're crashing and you get also crashed as a casualty. So you have to be careful there. But on the other hand, he has to go through this fast as possible. He had like a half a second gap to Pete when he went for the pit stop. Oh, someone with the mistake and had to let past Mickey. Oh, now we see the fight between Mandula and Norbert M. Mandula on the inside line for this right-hander, very fast. Can they both hold their line? Seems like it. And now Mickey is right behind them. Let's see, when Pete and Troy go over the start-finish line, I'll have a look at the overall time of Mickey. If he is within the 23-second window, he's still competitive against them too. Let's see. Now he got past Mandula. (22 minutes 49 for Pete, so this would be around 23 minutes 13 for Mickey. And he has yeah, he's still within the 23-second window, but he's at the lower end, so he's like 23 seconds, 23 and a half seconds. So he shouldn't lose any more time if he wants to win this. Meanwhile, Pete and Troy got very close together. They are now within 0.4 or 0.3 seconds. Right now, really pressuring Pete. But we know Troy is known to be a very patient driver, so I don't think he's going for a surprise attack. Nice note there from my buddy Dom, the admin of this race. Yeah, Mika has to hope for a battle between Pete and Troy, so that Pete and Troy lose time through fighting, and in this way Mika still had a chance to get out in front of them when they pit. Well, we have a look in another couple of laps if he's still in the 23-second window. It seems like the fight between Matti and Sam continues as well. So although Sam let Matti pass there a couple of laps ago, he still don't give up, and maybe they have the same pace, and Sam only let him pass to not get hang up in the fight, so they both lose time. But Sam now with the attack in the second turn under the bridge. Matti brakes very late. Can he hold the line? He's going into the grass, drifting there. Still on the inside. Sam with a very wide line, loses a lot of momentum, and Matti stays in front. It seems seems like Matti swept in a little bit too early in front of Sam, and Sam nearly pit stop maneuvered him. This is why they honked at each other. It's a little bit of misunderstanding there, and we have someone in the gravel. It's Elmo. Don't know if he had the fight or maybe just missed his braking point. But now he's fell back to second last and now last position. Not a good race for him. I don't see any major damage at the car, so at least he didn't have an impact, I guess. I don't know how he went. He ended up there. Maybe he had a fight with someone and just got punted out of the track. Alright, let's get back to position 2 and 3. It seems like Matti pulled a little bit of a gap again. See in the back of the field what's going on there. Mandula, Norbert M and someone. Mikey now closing up to Blackie. And we have to fight between Oliver and Nick, who already done their pit stops. Nick now behind Oliver. Goes for the outside line. Seems like Nick had a little bit of a different skinned TC skin, because the orange looks a little bit brighter than the other TC cars. Oh, Nick with the crossback. He's now next to Oliver for the back straight, but on the outside line for the next turn. And seems like Oliver had a little bit more momentum. Oliver now still in front. Now he slips back in front of Nick. Maybe a little bit of a surprise for Nick there. He goes for the curb for the turn entry. Now he's right at the back of Oliver again. Nick with the surprise attack, but it went horribly wrong! What did he think there? He tried to go for a surprise attack against Oliver, but hit him in the back and kicked him off into the gravel. Oh no, that's a bad maneuver. That's a really bad maneuver there. And Oliver now back to the last position, while Elmo in front of him didn't done a pit stop yet, so he's not really last, but still not a good attack by Nick. He tried to go for the surprise attack, but then he punted Oliver into the gravel pit. Yeah, not a good maneuver by Nick. Now back to a fight between Norbert M, Mandula and someone. Seems like they're changing their position there. A lot between position 12 and 14. Oh, nearly missed it, but Troy was really close after on the start finish line, only 0.3 seconds. Now he's next to Pete, but Pete holds the inside line. Troy breaks very late, goes for the outside, stays on the track. Now he got a good position for the right-hander into the infield. Gives a little bit of a pat to Pete, and he goes past Pete. Now Troy in the lead, in front of Pete, which rhymes very nicely. Yes, let's see if Troy drives away from Pete, or if Pete can stay close and maybe go for a counter attack in a couple of laps. Let's see now. They have a nice time, like a 29 flat. So let's see if Mikke. Yeah, Mikke is still in the 23 seconds window, but still on the lower end of this window. So like 23 flat. This could be interesting, but we'll still have 22 laps to go, and I guess they don't pit in the next 20 laps, so they're going for a very late stop. Unless they have some special fuel refueling tactics to get onto 5 seconds exactly. I guess I think I heard like something like 14 seconds or 14% fuel to refuel to get exactly 5 seconds, so this would be like 13 to 12 laps to the end. Like in 6 to 7 laps. Let's see, Mikey got past Blackie very easily, it seems, because he already pulled quite a gap. With now with a 3.45, very good lap. Now we see the fight between Mandula and someone. Seems like Norbert M pulled away from them. Someone tried the inside line, but got switched back by... Or Mandula with the switchback and get in front of him again. But someone's still in the draft, it seems. Is he going for the attack into the left-hander under the bridge? I think he's too far away, but it doesn't mean nothing. I don't know, he stays behind for now, waiting for a better opportunity. Let's see how Pete's doing. Looks like you have to let Troy go, because the gap opened quite a bit there. Let's see how big the gap is when they cross the finish line. Troy with a 2 minutes 3.15, very good lap. Pete with a 2 minute 3.52, so 0.4 seconds slower than Troy. Troy also with a new best lap for the race. So seems like Pete is defeated for now, but maybe he can pull himself back up again and get a little bit more momentum and get back close to Troy. Let's see. Alright, seems like Marty and Sam settled their fight for now for position 3. Behind them there's Spencer and Asko. Then we have Adam and Kovac driving on their own. Then Mikey with a big drift there. Oi. Position 9. And then we already have Mika. Next one to pass is Mikey for him. And we have Plaggy. And then Norbert M. And then it gets really crowded. We have still Mandula in front of someone. And then the next ones who already done a pit stop. We have Shooty. Let's see where he is in relation to the others regarding a pit stop. Got a 33.41. 18, so he's still around the position of Asko and Spencer. So position 5 and 6. And we have Simon. And I skipped Botzi. It looked like at the beginning of the race Botzi also gained a little bit of pace, but since he lost the fight against Shooty, he didn't really gain much. Then you have Daniel, then Nick, who got a really bad maneuver a couple of laps ago against Oliver. Then we have Asko, who already done a stop. Then Katila, who was a little bit unlucky at the start of the race with a turn in the first turn. With a spin in the first turn, sorry. And then we got Oliver, who got knocked out by Nick, and Elmo, who's also had an unlucky race so far. So the gap between Troy and Pete opened up to around 1 second already. Oh, Pete with a big drift there. Don't know if this fast. And seems like Sam closed up to Marty again. Seems like Sam just waited a couple of laps to regain his patience or his concentration. Now he's trying to pressure Marty again. Still too far away for an attack at the end of the start-finish straight. Another fastest lap by Troy, a 3.10. Let's see how Pete's doing. I didn't saw it. A gap between Pete and Troy now 1.5 seconds, so Troy's really pulling away. Mika with a, let's see, with a 4.47. Well, he got past Mikey, but he lost a little bit of time there, so probably could have been 1 second faster. Let's see who's that. It's Asko against Nick. Nothing really happening there. And it seems like behind Sam, Spencer and Asko also closing up again. So it seems like we may going to see a good fight for position 3 to 6. When Troy finishes this lap, we got half of the race done after 40 minutes. Oh no, we already have half the race done, sorry. It was the first lap of the second half. Let's have a little look at the back of the field. You see Nick and Asko fighting for position 90. Nick going wide. Now Mikke with the fastest lap of the race. A 3.04. Let's see, we have Troy with 39 minutes 17 now on the finish line. And Mikke with 39.43. This is 26 seconds gap now between Troy and Mikke. So it seems like virtually Troy is now in front of Mikke. Oh, sorry. I mistaken Mikke for Mikey. For Mikke it's 41 seconds. So but still 24 seconds. So if Troy pits now with a good pit stop, he probably stays in front, but only close. The margin is like 1 second. And we still see Nick and Asko fighting for position 19. Troy now with a 2-second lead in front of Pete. It doesn't seem like Pete can mobilize a little bit more of his reserves to gain them a little bit of pace. You just have to follow Troy. Yeah, there we see it in the bottom. 24 seconds between Troy and Mikke right now. Mikey now with the pit stop. Looked like a really long pit stop by Mikey there. Maybe had some damage because he also fell back behind Catilla, who already also done his stop. Seems like he also, yeah, he's fallen back. He's fell back behind someone. So he's now second to last. And we also see Shooty with his way up the field now got past Mendula. Oh, Dom says that Mikey changed all of his tires. So don't know if this was on purpose or maybe an accident, but that's why he stands so long. And here we see Botsy finding his way up the field. I think he just passed Simon. Oh, we have a nice fight for position 7 between Kovac and Adam. Kovac going out of the draft to the outside for turn 1. Adam sticking really close to Kovac there to get also a good entry. Covered with a wide line. Can he get the momentum out of the turn? A little bit of drifting there, both of them. Kovac still on the outside, but I think he's back. Or is he now? No, he had a better momentum out of the turn, and now Adam is right behind Kovac. I don't think he can, or will he? Go for an counter-attack into the second turn. He's trying to. Oh no. Kovac shutting the door and Adam have to retreat. And we have someone going wide into turn 1. I think this was Nick. Nick went wide in turn 1. Maybe he had another fight with someone. Not someone. I mean Esco. And seems like outside of the camera that Troy and Pete had a little bit of a mistake there in turn 1, going wide, losing a little bit of time. We may take a look at the gap between Troy and Mickey in a couple of laps. Meanwhile, Sam is all over Marty now. He's very close. He goes for the attack. You have to take the outside line for turn 1. The momentum difference is not too great. So Sam goes next to Marty, but now he has the outside line. He goes for the switchback. Now the inside. There's a little bit of contact, a little bit of pushing there. They come out side by side, but I think Marty had a little bit more momentum. And now he has the inside line for turn 2. They're going side by side down the back straight. Marty's still on the inside. Oh, he nearly pushes Sam off the track. This was very close. Don't think Sam is happy about this. Oh, another contact. Yes, Sam not very happy about this. Probably especially about the pushing of the track of the back straight. Hopefully he don't lose his patience and go for an stupid attack, but I don't think he's such a driver. If I have a look on the timing table, it seems like Pete lost a lot of time going wide down turn 1 a couple of laps ago. The gap between him and Troy now is 7 seconds, so quite a big gap. I don't think Pete can manage to close it again. This also means that he probably also lost his position against Mikke. Sam now again at the beginning of the start-finish straight close to Marty. You probably see the same maneuvers again. Marty closing the inside line. Sam going for the outside. Let's see if Marty leaves him a little bit more room. No, he goes close to him again. This time Sam tries to hold the outside line. Oh no, now with the late switchback. He dives on the inside. Marty tries to close it, there's a little bit of contact. I don't think Sam has the right to complain there, because he went very late for this dive with the switchback. Now with an aggressive attack. Oh, Marty pushing him into the left, that's not so nice. Marty on the dirt, a little bit of a drift there, but he's still on the inside. And now Spencer closed up really close now, that's maybe going to be a three-way fight. Marty now with the mistake in the right-hander, going into the infield now. Sam has the inside line for the fast right-hander. Let's see if they both hold their lines. It's very difficult with those cars. Oh, I can smell the contact between them, but they get clean through this right-hander. And Matti still holds the inside line. Sam pushes him a little bit on the inside, leaving him no room there, and there we have it. Ah, damn it. Sam closed the line really, really sharp. He left Matti no room. Well, the question is, did Matti have the right to have room there? Difficult decision. Well, the outcome is that Sam fell back behind Asko now on position 6. But instead of him, Spence now can fight against Matti. Yeah, as my fellow admin says, Dom says that they both were really aggressive in this fight for their position. Asko now with the pit stop. Let's see. Now let's have another look at Mika. So Troy with a 49 minutes 35 seconds. So that's like 58. Mika is still at the 23-second mark against Troy, which means that he definitely get past Pete if Pete made his pit stop. So Troy now virtually on position 1 and Mickey virtually on position 2. And we have a lot of cars in the pit stop this last lap. We have Asko, Blackie and also Daniel now. Blackie now leaving the pits between Nick and Nobodem. There we have Spence now behind Matti. Maybe he's going to be a little bit more patient than his teammate Sam. Mikey with his maybe wanted, maybe unwanted fresh tires now against someone going down the back straight. On the inside, someone with a little bit of a drift down the entry. And Mikey got past. Oh, Sam with a little... not Sam, sorry, someone. With a little bit of a love tap there against Mikey. After the pit stop of Asko, he finds himself behind Shooty. I think Shooty just got past him. But maybe I'm mistaken. No, Asko with the counter attack. Going down the start-finish straight on the outside. One of them, Marty, is leaving the pits, but I think, yeah, they get past him. Shooty on the inside line. And they get out side by side, but I think Shooty got a little bit more momentum. Asko now with the inside line for the next turn, the left-hander. They're side by side still. Shooty breaks late, can hold the outside line. And I think he can stay in front of him because Asko had a little bit of contact there and had to retreat. So now goes back behind Shooty. But Asko still stays close to Shooty, so similar pace of them. Ah, but I think Spence is now close to... Oh no, it's Kovac against Sam. Maybe Sam got a little bit of damage out of the contact with Marty a couple of laps ago. Now Kovac got past him. Is he going for his switchback move? No, he stays behind Kovac. Maybe he learned this lesson, or maybe he just didn't saw an opportunity there. And here's see similar move, but Shooty defending on the inside. Same as the last lap before. And Shooty stays clearly in front this time. Meanwhile, Marty also was in the pits. As we saw already, he left the pit in front of Shooty and Asko, so that's also probably the position that Spence will leave the pits and he comes for his pit stop. The gap between... Oh, Troy now. Troy in the pits. He went for his pit stop. Let's see. Now we see if he comes out in front of Mickey or not. There we have Mickey going down straight. There we have Troy. And yeah, he stays ahead clearly. Still have Adam between him and Mickey. Oh no, Adam goes past. But he goes wide into turn 1. What the fuck? Oh. A mistake by Adam there. He probably was a little bit surprised to have Troy there leaving the pits. But yeah, Troy now virtually in the lead because he had the 9 seconds or 8 seconds gap to Pete before he pitted. And he also stayed ahead Mickey, but Mickey now... Does he have the pace to get past Troy? That's the question. He's on position 2 right now. I will check the last couple of laps of him. Yeah, all low 2 minutes 3, so Mickey now really fast, and have a look at Troy's times. Also low 2 minutes and 3s. So I think they're at a similar speed. So they will probably fight it out against each other directly on the track. Let's see, the next best driver with a stop, besides those two, is Shooty on position 7. Let's see who's within the 23-second window in front of Shooty. We'll check if he comes over start-finish line next time. I think he's also around Spencer Kovac. And they were like 10 seconds behind Troy. Let's see. Yeah, should he probably behind Pete? Maybe position 5, around position 5. Don't have an exactly overview of all the drivers right now. Still have 8 laps to go. And it looks like Mickey can close the gap to Troy so far, so as I already mentioned, they have a similar speed. Gets like maybe 1/10 of a second each lap, which is still enough to get past him towards the end of the race. After they finish this lap, they have 7 to go. It's going to be a great finish. In the meantime, let's see who else is fighting for a couple of positions. Have Mikey and someone fighting for position 20. I think they're opening the gap between them. Now Kovac with the pit stop. Let's see where he can come out. He's come out in front of Shuti or behind him. There goes Shuti, and I think Shuti and Asko are going to pass him. Let's see if Matti also can pass him. No, I don't think so, but he has a lot of momentum. Yeah, he goes on the outside. So Matti also passed Kovac. Kovac now in position 9. I think that's his final position. Maybe he can gain another position against Adam, who is still without a pit stop. Oh, we missed the probably attack of Mickey against Troy. He was next to him up the hill. Alright, let's stay at them for a while. Yeah, Mickey had the fastest lap, the recent lap, with a 2.97, the first under 2 minutes 3. And now Troy really has to defend. He's opened a little gap on the inside, but Mickey can't use it. Mickey tries to switch back, but Troy stays close to the inside. And now they're really close together. I think Mickey is a little bit faster than Troy. But he still has to get past him. Troy now hugging the inside line, forcing Mickey to the outside line. Maybe Mickey is going to, for similar maneuver like Sam, with a switchback at the end of the turn 1. Seems like it. Oh no, he stays behind Troy for now. So maybe he think he has a better chance at the end of the back straight now. Sorry for the short interruption. And Mickey stays behind for now. Now Mickey pushes himself on the inside, out of the infield part here. Very, very risky part of the track. Now, especially this downhill right-hander is coming up. Yeah, Mickey don't want to risk too much and stays in behind Troy for now. He has to focus on a good exit. Oh no, they're thanking each other for us, the indicators. Yeah, he has to focus for good exit now out of the start-finish straight. It looks like he had a good one. Troy hugs the inside line again, forcing Mickey to the outside. 5 laps to go for them. Oh, Troy with a big drift to the outside. Mickey now on the inside. They're going out side by side. Troy now with the inside line for the next turn. And he's still a little bit ahead. So he went in with a big drift into turn 1, but still is ahead. And nearly pushed Mickey off the track. He thought he can sweep in front of him. And Troy still in the front. Mickey now with the surprise attack on the inside for the entry of the infield. But I think Troy have enough momentum to stay ahead. So nice fighting there between those two guys. Also very fair of them. Saw other fights in this race which weren't this fair and close. It seems like Pete's going to be third in this race. Behind him in the 23-second window there's only Adam, but he didn't done a stop yet. Now again, Mickey, try to get a good exit out of the last turn. I think this time he had a little big of a gap, which maybe could be a good sign because he had a longer run up in the draft and gain a little bit more momentum. Now again on the outside for turn 1. Oh, there's a little door-by-door rubbing. This time it's Mickey who's on the outside. Goes a little bit wide there, loses a little bit of momentum. But now he has the inside line for the next turn. And they're head-to-head, going down the back straight. This is intense. Yeah, they're equally ahead. Now who brakes later? Troy can brake a little bit later, going the wide line. Stays on the track, very narrow. And has the inside. Is Mickey going for the switchback? I don't think he can. No. Troy still stays ahead. Fantastic defending. And also fantastic fighting of both of them. And we're also getting closer to the end. After this lap, there's only 3 more laps. 23, no, 33, 45 and 36. Good thing is there seems to be no other major fighting group, so we can concentrate on both of them. This time a little bit bigger of a gap before the last turn, but still Mickey with a good exit can gain the draft again, I guess. No, I don't think this time the gap is close enough, so this time no attack into turn 1. So it leaves a little bit of breathing room for Troy this time. Gap was like half a second, but Troy, I don't think he had a good exit out of the first turn. Let's see, there's someone in front of them who they're going to have to lap. Oh no, they don't have to lap them. It's Spencer, who didn't done his pit stop yet. So he's probably going to the next or second... No, you have to go in the next lap. This or next lap. Maybe I don't know their setup, so maybe they both a little bit overdrove their tires, so they have to take it a little bit easy now, a couple of laps, and maybe Mika is trying to go for a big attack in the last couple of laps. But this is the third last lap, so you don't have too much time if you want to get past. And the gap is still like around 0.3 seconds, 0.4 seconds. Now fastest lap by Pete at 2.86. So he's have to go for a pit stop this lap. Now second last lap for those two guys. And the gap between Mickey and Troy is half a second. Oh, sorry. Yeah, half a second. So seems like Troy can hold the distance right now. And I think he even opened the gap a little bit. So maybe Mika's tires gave up or had some issues with them. Alright, Pete, Spencer and Adam are the only ones who didn't do their pit stop yet, so they have to come in this lap if they want to avoid a penalty. Oh, let's see. Maybe Mika have a little bit hold himself back the couple of last laps to start a fresh new attack now in the last lap. You still have to close the gap of like half a second. Pete now going for his pit stop. Probably going out behind Mika, but in front of Shooty. Also behind him, Spencer is also pitting. And here they get past Pete. Back there we see also Adam pitting. Try with a new personal best lap. Also a sub 2 minutes free time. And seems like Mickey can't stay up with Troy. He's far too way back for an attack in the left-hander down the back straight here. So if Troy keeps it all together in the infield, make no major mistakes, this should be his third victory. I hope I didn't jinx it yet. I think half a second is enough. Yeah, seems like Mika gave up already a little bit. He falls back. Like now, nearly a second between them. Seems like this fight is done. Let's have a look at the track map. There are any other close fights in the last lap? Don't look like it. There's a bigger group of 3 cars close together, like 1 second apart each, but don't look like there will be a fight. There. Have a quick look there. It's like Spencer, Marty and Kovac. Marty in the middle. I don't think this will change. Let's see. Troy goes now onto the start finish line with his 3rd victory in a row. He got the hat-trick. And 900 points for him. Mikke on position 2. Let's see if this is enough for staying in grid 1. Pete with a good performance at the start, but then fell back behind now on position 3. Shooty going to finish 4th. Followed by Asko, a very good result for him. Then we have Spencer, followed by Matti and Kovac. Then Sam, who was unlucky in the fight with Matti. Then Botzi, followed by Adam, also a good result for him, although he started on position 6, so he fell back again, like he always do. Asko with the next rally art skin on position 10, I think. No, 11, sorry. Then we have Katila. Then we have Nick, who maybe got protested by, I think it was Oliver who kicked off the track. Yeah, there's Oliver. One of him was Blackie. Then we have TC Mikey, Mandula, someone, and then Simon. Then Norbert M, who I think he ran out of fuel and got passed by Daniel right in front of the finish line. Yeah, he ran out of fuel and this costs him another position. Unlucky there. And here we have Elmer, who also didn't have a very lucky race. Well, he will be 22nd, I think. No, he is 21st. No, 23rd, sorry. But this is the final result. Let's save the replay to get a good look at it. Alright, there we have it. Troy wins the race in front of Mikke, 1.5 seconds at the end. Then Pete, followed by Shooty and Asko. Asko with very good result for him. He was really happy, as we heard. Then Spencer and Matti, followed by Kovac, Sam, and I think was Botzi on 10th. Then Adam fell back to position 11 there. So again, like he usually do, starting good qualifying, not so good race, but still good, position 11. Then Asko, Katila, Nick, I think was Blackie. Alright, seems there's still a little bit of bad feelings between Marty and Sam because of their attack, because of their incident. But well, as I already said, they both weren't really careful there against each other. So let's see how this comes out. And also let's see who's going to be relegated and who's going to be promoted from and into Grid 1. We will see next time. Speaking of next time, let's have a look. Wait, I have to insert in the background. Yeah, next time we're going to have a CityLiga Classic. South City Classic, as already said, with the Fox. So quite a short track with an open wheeler, the famous bus stop chicane. So probably a lot of crashing, maybe, hopefully not, don't know. What do you want to see? Interesting qualifying format next time, because there's going to be call-up quality, so we're going to see probably each and everyone's lap, at least at the end. Alright. Quickly, the result of the second grid. We have Artie alias Smashmouth won the race followed by Fieseler and Ilya Trofosikov. Sorry if I butchered the name. Yeah, thank you for watching. We will be streaming in 2 weeks from now, same time. This is before the daylight saving time, so should be still 18 UTC. Yeah, next time, Fox in the city. Lovely. Until next time, bye.